sometimes it's better to keep your head down and stay in your own little bubble. Yeah, well, sometimes it is.
Yeah, you might want to keep your head down, especially after addressing me in this video, talking about, look at this fool holding this camera. I'm quite touched by that. That hurt my feelings. You got people saying that I can't edit and make videos. That really hurt my soul, man. I'm out here really crying on this video. MBG, listen, man, you need to take accountability for the things that you're saying in the community. And if you have a problem with people clipping you, then the only thing I can advise is not to say anything stupid.
MBG, did you hurt that dude? I must have. I don't know who this is. Like, somebody said it was a small YouTuber. I don't know.
You out here getting triggered over a small YouTuber?
I've been seeing. Dude,
Don't tell me he got a cigarette and a bowl of cereal with him. Don't tell me that, man. Please.
There's one YouTuber that's using AI-generated thumbnails of me. It's like, dude, how fucking pathetic can you be?
What are you crying about, man? We all having a good time making videos, and you out here acting angry? Like, I mean, come on, man. You just said he was a small YouTuber. What is your problem? And the funny thing is, at least he didn't have to sell his integrity. Because let's not act like you weren't an Xbox fanboy before you decided to jump on Sony, which happened to be more beneficial for your channel. Some people could argue, is that the reason why you're a PlayStation fanboy? Because let's not forget, people, you was hiding underneath that Xbox, Metal Gear Solid, no pun intended, underneath that Xbox, hiding from these ponies, and then all of a sudden you have a successful PlayStation channel, and now you're a PlayStation fanboy? Now you want to hang PlayStation posters on your wall when you was, like, a few years ago, you was nothing but an Xbox.
Like, you have nothing. You have nothing. You are a literal no one.
I mean, that's crazy that you was out here comparing somebody just because he does YouTube for fun, and you out here complaining about people. Like, bro, at the end of the day, bro, we're having fun. We can tell that you've been impacted. I mean, you don't like the criticism that's being thrown towards your channel. But at the end of the day, man, these are things that you're saying. Nobody cares, bro. I mean, look at this man's looking off into the sunset. Like, why can't people leave me alone? I used to represent the airbox. Now I'm a pony. Bruh, listen, that's another thing that you got. And the funny thing is, I would respect you if I seen you upload any. You don't upload no gameplay. You want to go as far to call everybody else grifters, but yet I haven't seen one gameplay video on your channel, let alone your PSN, your Xbox, and whatever you're playing. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Because as far as I'm concerned, you have no integrity. You can say whatever you want to say about me, but I upload gameplay. I don't care if people don't watch it. That's for me to watch. That's for me to cherish my memories and look back at the things that I was doing when I was actually out here gaming. Have you noticed that a lot of these so-called quote-unquote gaming channels never have any sort of gaming, or should I say gameplay? I mean, come on, man.
You have to fucking make AI-generated thumbnails of other people to keep yourself relevant. You're not even relevant.
What are you talking about? If he wasn't relevant, you wouldn't even decided to address it, man. Like, I mean, come on, man. Now he's trying to use his big platform to bully these small YouTubers saying, you're not even relevant, but yet you addressing it in a video. Like, clearly it's bothering you, man. And the funny thing is, you must be bothered by yourself because it's out of your own stupid takes.
Maybe you have to say everybody will say drop prices. Say MB Gangsta.
Yeah.
Thing on the channel.
MB Gangsta. Gangsta, holla at me.
Dude, I was gonna say
MBG.
You're telling me this person recorded me on their phone, bro? I think they held it up and recorded their screen. You know what? I can't even. I'm gonna be honest. I can't even get mad.
Get mad. I'm Broly. Get mad. Get angry.
I'm not even. I can't get mad. It's just like that. That feels weird. Okay.
Look at the disbelief in this man's face. Like, I can't believe that, man. We got people out here using their phones, clipping me. This is unbelievable, man. This dude started to think, like, what am I actually doing on my channel to have all these people coming at me? What am I doing? I mean, bruh, you're a grifter, man. We all can see it, man. And until we see some form of credibility of you actually out here playing games and beating games as you say, people are always going to have, at least for me, from my perspective, I'm always going to have that on you, you know? And I already know you don't want to go down that rabbit hole of playing games because we know, like, I mean, you was an Xbox fanboy, and then it seems like the content weren't working for you, so you decided to jump on PlayStation, and all of a sudden you were PlayStation. Have you noticed there's been a bunch of content creators that have done the same thing? You know, once they were a pony, then they jumped on Xbox, then they had a good channel, then they were an Xbox fanboy, made a PlayStation channel, and then all of a sudden, you know, they got popularity. I mean, are you guys starting to notice something? They're like, damn, Gamester, you do have a valid point. And even if people do it genuinely, it's just something that I've noticed in this community.
But man, maybe this caps it off. You know? This helps it puts everything in perspective. It puts everything in perspective.
This man really out here upset with a guy that's holding his camera to his TV screen, man. You really upset about that, man? You know, he said he laughed about it. I think it's just a whole mixture of things of what he's addressing, but still. You know, I thought that was quite funny. I didn't get offended. I'm going to go cry. He out here saying I can't edit my videos. I just do this for fun. I don't care. You know, I ain't no real gamer because I ain't got the best video and audio equipment. I just do what I can. You know, it's key gangster. You know, I'm playing games. I ain't got time for all that other stuff.
I guess. I don't know.
Oh, man.
The internet has become such a weird place. I want to point this out. Look at this. This is what this is where I'm gonna have to do something.
I'm gonna have to. We got a Reforge gaming moment right now. I'm gonna have to do something. You know, you can hear this desperation in this man's tone. I'm gonna have to do something. I'm tired. Y'all gonna have to leave me alone. I'm just trying to sell my coffee. I'm sorry. Get my cat balls some treats. That's all I'm trying to do. And these people keep bothering me.
I'm protecting Super Earth.
I'm gonna have to do something. What are you gonna do, huh?
Walwords is coming in.
What you gonna do?
Like, what did I miss? I'm just gonna have to do something.
Oh man.
I'm gonna have to do something because it's like these people, bro. Look, that person that I named multiple times throughout the stream, we call him Astro Cuck. All right. Dude, he's already on it, bro. Who pays this guy? Like he's got to be making money.
That man's a prophet. I don't know if he's talking. I don't know who this Astro person is, but I mean, like I said, I think he's talking about a few other people, but still, like,
just no way he's.
I would assume he would put all these, you know, content creators together. You know, I'm deeply touched by what you say. By saying what we doing is unjust. You know, like I said, to me, all it looks like is people having a good time. You know, spreading facts, awareness, and also, you know, having a good laugh with it. I don't see a problem with that. I don't know why somebody, you know, would get mad about people laughing and enjoying themselves. But of course, when you're the butt of everyone's joke, maybe that's probably the problem. Like I said, he talked about how I was holding a camera on the TV screen. Did you guys see me get angry? No. It's really not that serious, man. And that's not the only... I've been hearing that criticism for like the past 7-8 years. It does not bother me. Who cares, bro? Because at the end of the day, we all come here just to hear people's commentary and see what other people have to say. That's the whole point of these videos in the first place.
And not making money. I refuse to believe that. And like, I just have to be honest, man. Like, if you're doing this and not being paid, you need to do something else.
Maybe he's doing it for fun. Not everything's about money. Not everybody cares about the concept of money. Nobody, you know what I mean? Now, we know why you do it. We know why you jumped and abandoned shit. But I'm just saying, in regards to everybody else, who cares? You know what I mean? I really don't understand. Like, YouTube was all based off making fun videos. Like, why would you care about that? Like, that's just a weird thing to say, but go ahead.
Like, please, God, do something else. go make some kind of revenue, dude. This is nuts. This is nuts. I would respect the hustle if there was any money being made. And I'll tell you, he's not making money from Twitter. That's for sure. Which game sold more between the two platforms? Which game sold more?
Phrasing. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
You see, even your old audience is laughing about it. You see, MBG, this type of content is not bad. You know, we all getting good laughs out of this. Now, I don't know who this question's for, but I'm going to answer it for you. It's a bad comparison. You can't sit there and compare a game, first off, on a different hardware basis. One has 80 million, the other one has 35. That does speak volumes of the outreach that game could hold. Second of all, Final Fantasy XVI was also bundled. Keyword, bundled with the PS5. You can't compare a game where you have to buy from the Xbox store or whatever argument you're making to a game that was also bought in stores, bundled with the console. Does that make sense? Because Mario, Duck Hunt, these games have, if you count just their software sales alone, they're very high. But those games was bundled with the console. Does that make sense? So even if people didn't care about playing Final Fantasy XVI, which Square still told you that it was still not enough, then that's all the proof that people need to tell you that Final Fantasy XVI was a flop. I don't think you guys understand the true sentiments of why people call something a flop.
Rolling on the floor laughing emoji. MBG, we love the rants, man. Hope you keep the stream up.
Fuck him, dude. Like, take the clips. Hey, dude, prove me right. I hope, if anything, I hope this stream serves to prove me right, where it's like, you can only make money one way, you can only get the viewership one way, go for it. Prove me right. But you know what? It's like, you're saying it's a problem that I'm comparing a $40 AA game, which Helldivers is actually a AAA game, pretty sure that was confirmed a while ago, a $40 game to a $70 game that released one on PlayStation, one on Xbox.
I think it was actually $50 on Xbox, if I'm not mistaken. But the point still stands, though. And on top of that, with 16 dropping on Xbox, that game came out at it came off like as what? A sleeper hit? A lot of people didn't even really know about it. They kind of just, dropped it. So, of course, with all the advertising that PlayStation... Now, mind you, if you wanted to make a fair comparison, it would only be fair if both games dropped at the same time. Does that make sense? You know, but you guys had the benefit of having it being bundled with the console, which only helped boost the software sales, right, of that game. Because if you bought a PS5 with that game, that still counted as a software sale. Does that make sense? So in regards to Helldivers 2, which people had to directly buy, not just an Xbox to play, but to buy the game solely because they wanted to play it, is not even comparable to Final Fantasy 16. And you keep saying that Helldivers 2 is a AAA. It's a AA game. I don't know why you keep saying... I don't know why you even say it's a AAA.
Which game sold more? The $70 game.
See, now the real question is not about which game sold more. Because you want to keep bringing that up. But the game that was... Hold on. See, this is the type of stuff that they try to do. So you almost confused me there for a bit, right? But you're not understanding that Helldivers was not bundled with the Xbox. Or it wasn't even bundled with PlayStation. And then on top of that, you're comparing something that had, 1 or 2 years to boost up sales to 3 days. Come on, man. Hold on, let's hear it again.
$70 game that released one on PlayStation, one on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And which game sold more? The $70 game. The $70 game sold more.
Yes, because of the bundles. We don't know how legit... I mean, all we know is that Square did not make enough money. So that also includes that most people that played Final Fantasy 16 or had access to the game mostly got it through the PS5 bundle. Right? I mean, come on, bro. What do y'all don't understand, man? I mean, if I said this back in the NES of why Duck Hunt and Mario Bros. Had a lot of software sold, they would mostly say, oh, yeah, that was because it was bundled with the console. Same thing with Sonic the Hedgehog. You look at the software sales for that because the attachment, because the game was bundled with the console. So when you bought the console, you had the game, which also makes the software sales go. So that's what I'm saying. You can't just go solely on software sales. You still can't get the answer from doing that.
And, well, are you insinuating that people weren't saying that wasn't enough? That was a problem? That 3.5 is that is the insinuation.
I'm not insinuating anything, but are you insinuating that I am lying? The only thing you're insinuating that Square themselves told you specifically that the game did not make enough money. Square themselves said that. That's the reason why they're going back to their whole multi-platform strategy, bro. I mean, come on, man.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean when I say I got one more in me, because it's like that is the insinuation. Do super chats have talk? No, they don't have sales are relevant, but because the conversation around the sales are relevant. But you know what? Look at the replies, just to show you the type of people that follow this person. Top reply, and there it is right at the end. He said it didn't sell well enough to justify porting PlayStation games to Xbox. That's what this all is all about. Don't worry that it's a live service game that will make money over time. Destiny 2 is living...
See, but people have to understand, even if the game sold 50,000 on Xbox, the game was a success. Now I'm going to argue this. See, what you guys don't understand is that Sony already made their money. And then he argued, all right, you know, matter of fact, let him get to that point and then I'll argue it. Because I did watch this part
already. 30K on stream. Helldivers 2 is 125 plus K. But dude, like, that's the thing. I said numerous times in this stream that's already clipped somehow that it's enough. I think Sony views it as enough. I'm asking the question.
Okay, yeah, this is the part.
I'm asking the question, but since we can't talk directly to Sony, I'm speculating it's enough.
So you don't. So you actually don't know. You just admitted it. You're speculating. I know.
Opinion is it's enough. Probably enough, and maybe a little bit more. It will make money over time. The question is, does Sony really think that's enough to bring single-player games over?
Yes, because do the mathematics, you big dummy. Do the mathematics. That is 24 million besides the 30% cut that Microsoft gets, but we'll just say for the sake of this video, 24 million that they just made. Now you don't see why Yoshida's like, this is free money. This is free money. What are you talking about? If they didn't put it on Xbox, they wouldn't have had 24 million. You get what I'm saying? Not including the sales or whatever battle passes they got or whatever else they got going on in that game. That's additional money or, like you said, revenue towards PlayStation. What do you mean it's not enough? Why would it not be enough? Even if they only had, let's say, 100,000 people that bought Spider, that's still money because they can't sell you those games again. They have to sell it to a new audience. Or you're going to be looking like Xbox doing the same Gears of War Ultimate Edition Reloaded. That's why it didn't sell well on PC. Have you noticed? That's why it didn't sell well on Steam and PC. Steam and Xbox. Because Xbox gamers had the free upgrade. And on top of the fact that it's on Game Pass. And on top of the fact that people on PC were like, y'all not playing us through crossplay anyway. You're cutting us out. We might as well play UE. You get, like, are you starting to understand? But putting that game, regardless if it's 100, 200, 300, doesn't matter. That's additional money going to them. That's what Sony's looking at. Your games were already successful. You get what I'm saying? So, of course, when they drop Helldivers 2, that whatever money they getting is going solely directly back to them. That's the philosophy that's going on.
You know? Did Helldivers 2 make enough to justify it going to Xbox?
Yes.
And if the answer to that is yes, then what does that mean about single-player games?
That means more coming.
That guy, to be fair, that one guy's comment was not too bad. But then you just got somebody saying this bitch is delusional. Like, okay.
He's delusional.
Thank you for contributing to the conversation, bro.
Woo!
Real nice.
You called him a what?
Great.
I wonder what comment that is.
This is crazy, dude. Oh, here we go. Hold on. His latest clip. The Series S fucking sucks, but he's not console warring. No. Get something straight. I am console warring 24/7. Doesn't matter what I say. Doesn't matter what I do.
I mean, look at the title of your video. Xbox Fanboys will tell you. The fact that you even labeled it Xbox Fanboys, it signifies that you are console warring. Now, mind you, I do it. I put it in the title sometimes just to kind of rage bait a little bit. Because that's kind of how you get the people going in. I mean, you're probably doing the same. But yes, that is a form of console warring.
I could literally leave console gaming and just become a PC gamer. I'm still console warring. Do you understand?
I mean, look no further than Porter Rock. I mean, he said he's going to get a PC. He said he was done with Sony, and he's still console warring.
Understand. because everybody else understands this. I need to make sure we're all on the same page. Doesn't matter what I do. I'm always console warned because they tell you so. Because they tell you. And yes, the Series S does suck. You're going to defend the Series S?
What's wrong with the Series S if it's getting the same games that the Xbox Series X is, besides the performance options and the resolution?
Like, guess what? I'm allowed to say a console sucks. Just like you are. You can tell me the PS5 sucks.
PS5
doesn't
sucks.
necessarily mean the console warn. Tell me the PS5 sucks. Guess what? I get people telling me all the time the PS5 sucks. Does that mean they're console warn? No, they're just telling me the PS5 sucks.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you the PS5 sucks.
It doesn't. I like the PS5. This is what I'm saying. They need this. They need it. They need it. Keep console warn, bro. Keep console warn so I can keep clipping, so I can keep working for free under this guy's thumb. So I can keep his content flowing and money flowing in his pockets, not mine. This is what they need. They fucking need it.
Oh,
holy
man.
shit.
Don't
need it so bad.
Don't have a Reforge gaming moment. It's not that serious. Don't crash out, bro.
They need it so bad. How, like, I just don't. You're saying 600K is more than you thought it would sell, but it's still a flop for that game?
It's not a flop. The game was already successful before it even dropped on Xbox. Signify a flop. It's no different than the games that Microsoft dropped on your platform, even though they've seen probably more success than Sony has the other way around. But yes, because at least their games are hitting the storefronts on your own charts. But I'm saying that you guys are saying that PlayStation 5's got all these games, but like you said, every one of these PlayStation 5 games that go to Xbox, besides MLB and a few titles, they're not doing well in comparison to the Xbox games that are going to PlayStation 5.
The reason why I think Sony would be okay with 600K ultimately is because they can kind of milk it over time, you know?
It's not about that. It's already money going right back into their account.
Like, if you get 600K people, how many of those people can you retain for the long run? And how many of those people will continue to give money? I could see that being valuable to Sony. But if over Spider-Man in general, like, would that be worth it? It's like, I don't know. Let's get a little bit more interesting. I don't know.
Let's hear this part.
Valuable to Sony. But of course, the question isn't that. The question is, so does this mean Spider-Man's next? And now
it's coming. I'm telling you right now, man. And when it does, I want to hear an apology from MBG directly. Hopefully, you guys go to his channel and you tell him, like, hey, you know, Gamster's going to want his apology. Because I'm telling you, it's coming.
I feel like things get a little bit more interesting. I don't know.
It's coming. Spider-Man's coming.
600K sales, and I think, is this enough to port Spider-Man 2 over?
Of course it's enough. And you know why? Because it's money that they couldn't get nowhere else. How are you going to put Spider-Man on a platform that it's already on? They've already made their money from it. Unless you're going to be looking like Spider-Man remastered again. Fans are going to just be like, no, I'm not buying it. But if you sell it to a new audience that happen to be new to the franchise or have it bring back to Xbox like it was before, then people will probably be more inclined to buying it. I've already proved that notion by Gears of War Reloaded. Nobody bought it on Xbox because you got the free upgrade. Nobody bought it on Steam because they already had Ultimate Edition and people was telling they're going to turn crossplay off anyway. So PC, why would they buy it? It was a game they already have access to, and if they're that desperate, they can play it through Game Pass, if that's what they choose. Okay? There was no reason for why Gears of War Reloaded even exists besides, to get you PlayStation 5 ponies on the bandwagon.
Man, in general, like, would that be worth it? It's like, I don't know about that, man. That's not a lot of sales. I mean, I think they did less for PC, you know?
That is a lot of money. 24 million, whatever, how much money if Spider-Man came, that is still money in Sony's wallet. For you to sit there and say that that's literally nothing, 24, 40, whatever, even 50 million, even 20 million, that is a lot of money going back into Sony for something they barely even have to touch up on. What do you guys don't understand? So you guys would sit there and say to yourself, as a person, oh, we'll just miss out on 24 million. There ain't no rational human being or anybody that runs a business that would even think like any of you fanboys. Oh, let's not put it on Xbox because our teardrops and our loyalty is worth more than $24 million that we made by just putting it on Xbox. You will be lying to yourself, bro. You would be lying to yourself. That's 24 million going right back to Sony.
Sure, people got adjusted to it.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that one surprised me. If there's like, yeah, I've heard there's like some kind of Discord.
Well, I'm not a part of that. So hopefully, you guys enjoyed this video, man. MBG, he crashed out. You know, he said it's pretty funny with the way I do my videos. Thank you for the compliment, man. You know, but I'm gonna go cry in the corner because I should be doing better for my community. You know, I should be doing this for y'all, man. You know, I try to make sure the jokes is on point so we all have laughing a good time. You know, I'm gonna go back to smoking my cigs and eating my cereal because that's all a brother got. That's all a brother needs. You know, every time I'm tired of looking at banana peels and popsicle sticks. I'm tired of it. You know, there's just too many people, man. It remind me of Joe from Seattle. You know, people gotta stop clipping me. You know, I can't even watch anime because we just see Gara of Rage. And they don't leave me alone. You know, they just don't leave me alone. You know, I'm gonna go cry back in my little PlayStation stable. Don't mind me. Don't